Hello my darlings, and welcome back to Henford on Bagley. We're back in the area of Old New Henford today, and we're back in the Hamlet of Whittington. Last time we were at the house of Mabel, and we furnished the ground floor level of her home. Today we're getting upstairs and furnishing her writing room and roof terrace, and also her bedroom. So let's get into game and let's get this build finished. Happy Friday, my loves, and welcome back to Let's Build the Worlds. And here we are, back at Mabel's house for the last time today. We've got a few little things to furnish, nothing too hefty, nothing too much. We've just got a roof terrace for starters, this little number here. We've also got Mabel's writing room, and we've got Mabel's bedroom as well. So that is indeed what we're getting on with today. A few little things changed around from last time, nothing too hefty. One of you said, why don't you put the microwave here? I don't think she's going to be able to use the microwave because the bin's in the way. And I'm not too bothered about it, really. We'll just pretend that that's decoration. She's got an oven. She's good at cooking. She's going to be fine. And I also moved the sink over to this window here. It was just a very good idea from one of you, and I was very much for it. I did furnish the bathroom, but what I have just forgot is a towel rail. So I am going to go ahead No. I am going to go ahead, put a radiator down. I've put radiators everywhere else as well. And put a towel in here. So she's at least got a towel rail so she can dry her tuppence when she gets out of the bath or shower, you know? And that's the vibe there. We're going to keep it that way. Beautiful. I've put radiators everywhere else as well, so each of the rooms do have a radiator in now, and it's all going rather swimmingly well. And there is Mabel knitting something away in a little chair. How adorable. But yeah, beautiful. Beautiful job. I think where we're going to make a start, let's make a start on her bedroom first. So first things first, I'm going to need some curtains up here, and I want the curtains to be kind of oldie style. So I might even go for those really like drapey ones. These ones here, but the wider ones. These, yes, but not in that colour. They need to be lighter. Yeah, we'll go for some white sort of frilly ones. The lighting's a bit weird on them in here. Oh, maybe it's just over that side. Yeah, it is. It's just over that side for some reason. No idea why, but as we all know, Sims, nothing more needs to be said sometimes. It really doesn't. I'm back in my father hoodie. I went for a swim again this morning. Honestly, well, I say swim. It was literally a dip, a couple of strokes, and I was out of there because the water was Baltic. It was so cold this morning. I just couldn't handle it. So I was like, no, that's your lot. And some days it's just like that, you know? You've just got to go with how your body feels. And my body was just not ready for it this morning, and that's fine. We'll wait until the water warms up slightly anyway in the UK before we actually start dipping in, because bloody hell, it was freezing. It was so cold, it was unbelievable. I think what I'm going to do here, just so it can freeze up a bit more space, I'm going to get rid of those small windows, and I am just going to do another one of these. I probably need that on, don't I? Is that the right height? I think it is. Yeah, I'm just going to do one of these, and then it frees up space either side there for some wardrobes and stuff. Maybe even a dressing table. I would see Mavis. Mavis? Who's Mavis? I would see Mabel having a bit of a dressing table, so I'm vibing with that. Okay, first things first, we need a bed, don't we? I mean, what is a bedroom without a bed? I'll tell you what it is. A room, you know? Right, so I think she would have something a bit like plush. Oh, that's quite a vibe in here, actually. I think Mavis would love that. Let me just see if there's any kind of like patterns or anything. Not really. This is quite a plain spread, which is quite nice, and it's a lot different to the rest of the beds, isn't it? Because we normally get patterns galore. I think that could work in here, but I would also like to try one of these, and also maybe even one of these. Oh, I think that one's going to be the winner. Yeah, you're not invited. I think this one here is going to be the winner. I like this colorway, but I'm just going to have a little look at the others as well. Let me just have a little goosey gander. Oh, I really don't like the bedspread on this one. Well, not a lot of the bedspread. Oh, the yellow is quite nice. Yeah, I might go for the yellow. Yellow! Or even the green. The green's nice. Yeah, let's go for the green. I keep calling her Mavis. I'm so sorry, Mabel. Honestly, I don't know what's up with me today. I do not know what's up with me today. I need to get out the house today. I really do. I can feel anxiety rising this morning. I'm like, well, what? Brain, body, why are you anxious? You have no reason to be anxious. Stop being so bloody silly. So I just need to get out and be out in nature today. I think what I'm going to do, after I've recorded and edited this, I'm just going to take my book, take Daisy, and we're going to go and sit down by the waterfront. And I'm going to have a little read of my book. And maybe a beer. You know, maybe a beer. The sun is out today, so why not? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I think those look nice in here. I think they're going to actually work the best in this room, to be honest with you. Yeah, we'll go for these. We'll go for these indeed. Let's get some nice, I want some like old style table lamps on this side. So, do you come in? Oh, you do come in a green. Oh, actually that vibes well. Let's put these in. Either side like that. Oh, she'd be absolutely happy with that. She would. She's told me. She's absolutely told me. The wardrobes that's just popped into my head. I think we're going to do a bit of a mixture. I think I want that one and that one. But I also would love this one here with the mirror on it too. Just a little mixture of everything. I think what I'm going to do is put the wardrobes up this end. If I can get you to there. And use this one here as well. Just put this. Oh, I'm going to have to cut into that curtain slightly. That's fine. No one's going to die, you know. It's all going to be good. I can grab you two together like that. That's got the majority of her clothes in. And then we'll give her some kind of dressing table looking moment. Not a real dressing table, but just something that looks like she could come in here. Put a bit of perfume on, you know. Absolutely. That's the tickety-boo. It really is. Kind of feeling some kind of bench down here. Oh, actually, the one that came with the Ottoman looking one that came with the horse ranch pack could be a winner. It is a winner. But I wouldn't mind something even just like a little bit plusher like that. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to go for that. And I'm going to put a plant next to it as well. Just to fill up that space nicely. You lovelies gave me some great ideas for the writing room as well. So I appreciate that. We're going to be implementing as many as we can. And I'm very excited about it. Yes, we'll flop that in there. This needs some kind of makeup paraphernalia on top of here. Plus some kind of like perfume. I see her being a very perfumed kind of girl. Look at the bloody size of that perfume. Who's picking that up and spraying it on them? Imagine that. Like, honestly, I know we can scale it down, but it's just, there's no need for that madness, I tell you. Let's go for something a little bit more like that. Yes. She spritzes that on of a morning. She really does. Let's give Gary something in this room as well. I think Gary would come up here and sleep. So I'm going to give Gary a lovely little bed. We need some new bloody pet beds. I'm fed up to the teeth of these ones. I really am. God, I detest them. All right, Aiden. Bloody hell. So if we give Gary that, and maybe a little box that he could sleep in here as well. Or even just play in. Oh, that kind of goes into that curtain. Maybe just one of these little, like, platforms instead then. Can we? I'm going to move the door. The door doesn't need to be there. It does. It's got enough room on this landing for quite a bit of space. So I think we're going to be fine. Can we darken that down to a bit more of a brownie tone? Yeah, something like that. That's gorgeous. Nice. I definitely see some kind of rug in here as well. So I'm going to try and find another floral number. Oh, here we are. Look. It's similar to the one downstairs, but I think it's a different colour. Hopefully it is. Yes. Well, we'll do that then. Let's flop you underneath the bed like that. Oh, I'm for it. Very much for that indeed. And I think we just need some pictures and some art up on the walls. And that is a very nice bedroom. Mabel's going to be absolutely made up with that. And there we go. A couple of art pieces up on the wall. Some florals and whatnot. And je ne sais quoi. That's all that needs to be said today. Thank you, please. Very nice. Lovely, bloody jubbly as far as I'm concerned. Right, okay, well, here we are. We are going to be moving into the writing room. This was, for me, the perfect place to put the desk. I do want her desk to look well loved. And I don't want it to have a high back, though, because it covers the window. It kind of defeats the object of having it against the window. So that is what I'm going to do. A couple of you said to put 2 desks in here, but I'm just going to stick with 1. I'm going to stick with one, and Mabel is going to be absolutely, completely and utterly made up with it. I think either something like this, then we can put our own bits and bobs on top of it. Obviously not in that colour. It would have to be in this one, which is kind of okay. That wood tone fits in okay for me. I can pop you to there. Yes, I do believe that's how I want to go about it. I'm going to give her the typewriter. She is a very typewritery kind of gal. She really is. We're going to go for a darker number like that, though. And she would have the squishiest of chairs to write in. I think something like this would probably suit Mabel. You know, classic. Maybe this was her dad's old chair. That's a vibe. That's a storyline. I'm sticking to it. Yeah. And I'm not going to do any curtains in here either. She likes to be typing in the nude. Does that? Maybe she doesn't. She does not do that. She's got some decorum. Well, no, actually, if you want to be typing naked, crack on. Do anything naked, you know? It's a body. Everyone's got one. And that's all I need to be saying on that. Oh, maybe one of these ode-style lamps. These little bank lamps. That would be a good vibe for her, actually. But maybe just a little bit of a different colour, like a gold. If I can flop that to there, then. I don't know what else I can put up there. We'll figure that out in just a second. Now, she would definitely have a big bookcase. I'm wondering whether to do a modular one for her, to be honest. Yeah, I think this could be a vibe. Let's do this, and let's stick you next to it. Let's do another one. Oh, excuse you. No, I don't want you up there. I hate these modular things in The Sims. I really do. They work shit. And I might do an older one next to it. Just so it looks a little bit broken down. Yes. Oh, I do believe so. And then I could put some, like, random books about the place. Well, maybe not, because there's only one. I knew that was going to happen. Who's putting things up there? Oh, I suppose it's modular, isn't it? So it makes sense. Well, makes sense for The Sims, anyway. Some binders. I remember a few of you said, why not put some binders up? Well, I think that was just one of you. Because this is for like research and stuff like that. So this is her research binders. Let's get you in there with the two birdies next to it. Stunning. I'm going to grab you off of there. Yeah, that there. And there was also a few of you that said to put in some filing cabinets. And I completely agree with that. I might even do these ones. Just because research, all of that vibe. I might even do two right next to it. And this is our kind of like indexes for characters and character development. All of that kind of vibe. It's all kind of squished into that area there. I do enjoy that. I do. I'm not doing any curtains on that side either. She loves a bit of natural light in here. Still want to litter this up with detail, but I need to think about what else we're going to be putting in here down this way. Somebody said maybe a chaise as well. I remember someone saying maybe a chaise lounge. So maybe flopping in a little bit of a chaise for her so she can fall on it dramatically. I don't know if it's the vibe in here, to be honest. Maybe just a nice armchair. A nice high-backed armchair. I don't see her being a chaise kind of gal. But maybe a nice high-backed armchair like this. Where this is her thinking chair. She comes here to have a little think. And I'm kind of for that. I really am. I'm going to move this door. I'm going to pop you to there. And then I can fit something else in this corner. Like a little tea making station. I think she'd definitely have a tea making station up here. If I can pop you as near to the radiator as possible. And then pop in this next to it. Just like that. I want to do an open book on there. We'll do this one here. So it's something that she's kind of reading and researching, getting inspiration from. Kind of love that idea. And we'll put in a nice lamp next to it as well. Yeah, perfect. And I also probably want to put in another bed in here because I reckon Gary would spend a lot of time in this room too. So if I put a little bed there next to the radiator, it likes to be warm. I think we can vibe with that without a doubt. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. Lovely jubbly. I think what I want to do is add in a small dining table into this. Yeah, like this. Quite an ornate one. Can I fit you there? Not really. Can I move you in further? Not really. Okay, well, that's out the window then, isn't it? We'll go for a nice accent table instead then. I still think I can get the tea set on there. I do think it still works. And we'll go for a different one up here. We'll go for the blue set. There we go. Tea making station. Beautiful job. I know I said no curtains in here, but I think what I'm going to do is just add some blinds just for some decoration. And I think the ones from cottage living are going to be the absolute ticket. Yeah, this colour's perfect. If I can size them down though, and just put them up a little bit higher like that. And I'll do the same just here too. Flop you up there like that. Beautiful job. Oh! Oh yes, I'm for it. Yeah, cute. Happy with it. Definitely need some kind of rug in here as well. So I think I might go for a bit of a big boy in here. Can we get in one of these like bright coloured ones? I wish this was more brown. It would suit the aesthetic a little bit better. I don't think we're going to get any better in here really. It's too bright. This one here is a little bit better. A little bit more muted, but it's still got that floral kind of feel to it. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, I'm very much into that. Yeah, lovely. Beautiful, beautiful. We'll put some pictures and stuff up around here, but we need to think about what we're putting on her desk, don't we? Okay, just a few things out on her desk. We've got some like study piles, some notes and stuff, some books that she's reading, a bit of music for when she just wants a little bit of music to keep her inspiration flowing, some snacks for to keep it going, and just some pencils and stuff. And she's an ally as well, so she's got a little pride sticker down there as well. I'm very much for it. And I also put some art and some clocks and stuff up on the wall just to bring that area together beautifully. Ah! Well, I'm very much for it. I tell you that much, loves. So we're coming out onto the balcony. I definitely see her having some kind of comfy sofa out here. I definitely want to put some lighting here as well. So I might even just use a couple of the sconces that we used downstairs. Flop them either side like that. Beautiful. And we want some greenery here. So I wouldn't mind using those outdoor planters that came with that. Was it the Riviera pack? I don't know what they were from. They were from some kit pack. Honestly, all of the kit packs are now blending into one for me. There's just so many, isn't there? I've heard on the grapevine there's another expansion coming. I mean, we've just had one, you know? We've just had one. Give us some stuff packs or something, you know? Just give us a big group of stuff packs and maybe a game pack this year. I'd be so much more happier with that. I really would. Right, if I can flop you into there like this. Yep, that's beautiful. I'm going to do a lovely outdoor looking sofa here. I might even go down the route of just using, yes, one of these. Flop that one to there. Just somewhere where she can come and get a bit of sunshine, sit down, you know, have a little look at the world around her. And one more thing just to finish this off. A telescope. An absolute telescope. Let's give her one of the older looking ones. If I can flop you to there. Plop you in like that. And I'm going to face it this way. And she says that she's using it to, you know, look at the stars and whatnot. But what she's doing is just peeking in through people's windows. Peeking in through people's windows and getting storylines. That's indeed what she does. Well, my loves, there we bloody have it indeed. There is Mabel's house. I'm very much for that. I really am. Let's get into live mode. Let's get you going. It's in the morning. So let's have a little look around it, shall we? So here we are. Look how gorgeous. I do like the way that this turned out. It's a very nice standalone house. It's probably going to be the fanciest house in the Hamlet, to be honest with you. But maybe not, actually, because we're doing a bigger one here, which is going to be the old smithy. I'm going to be doing quite a big house there with a family of 4 in. So be on the lookout for it. Anyway, Mabel's in here. She is knitting away. This is her living room. Very nice. Looks very comfortable and beautiful. Beautiful job. Come round to this way. It swings in here into her dining room, which is rather lovely as well. Swings around this way. We've got entrance out through there into the main entrance. We've got her one and only bathroom down on this level here. Oh, I didn't give Gary a kitty litter box. I'm going to put that out on the veranda. He loves an alfresco poo, does our Gary. And a kitchen. Very small, but it's going to be working nonetheless rather beautifully. Gorgeous stuff. Let's get out to the stairs then. Up the stairs we go. See you in a bit, Mabel, my love. Up this way. First off, into her writing room. So this is where she gets all of her bits and bobs done. Oh yeah, I'm very much for it in here. It feels the perfect room to be doing some writing and whatnot in. I'm very much into that. And then we've got a little veranda out here, a little roof terrace. I'm going to put Gary's little box out here. She just can't stand cleaning it, so she's like, ugh! No, I'm putting that outside. It stinks, Gary. So come rain, wind, or shine, or whatever it's called, Gary has to go outside for a poo. And here's her bedroom. Just a nice little simple bedroom, to be honest. Well, there we have it, my darlings. Another build done. I have no idea where we're going to go next. Absolutely no idea. I think I'm just going to pick one of my families at random and make their house wherever it is. I think that's what I'm going to do. But that's it. I'm going to leave you now. Thank you so much for watching, my loves. I hope you have the most marvellous weekends. I'm going to be back on Tuesday with some House Flipper 2. We're bringing a new game to the channel and I'm very excited about it. It's going to be a really cool series, this one. I'm going to play it through normally, so we're going to be earning money and stuff and redecorating our own house, building our house from scratch. That's what I want to do with it. So that is coming next week. I'm very excited. But yeah, nothing more needs to be said. Thank you so much for watching today, my loves. Again, have the most loveliest weekends and I'll see you all again on Tuesday. Goodbye.